I'm Scott L. Miller. This is my life living in León, Nicaragua. Had a really great day today. Got to hang out with some of you guys. We actually had a couple come in, and we managed to just coordinate last night. And basically coincidence, we ended up at the same place at 23 Bar last night and ended up hanging out until like 2 o'clock in the morning. So that's not something that normally happens when someone's first coming in. Just happened to be out dancing. Everyone just happened to meet up out dancing, and we didn't even have like information on how to figure out where each other are. Just spotted each other at the club. So that was really cool. But then we had coffee today, and then went to Gecko's and got dinner. Had a really nice time, and it was just awesome. So it was a really good day, and I'm doing something a little bit different because I've been super busy. And I wanted to share a project that I've been doing that is a little bit impactful here, just a tiny bit, but more interesting, I think, than anything. And I just need a little variety, right? We do this show every day, so good time to do something a little bit different. A lot of you know I'm a professional photographer. I've done that for a long time and take it very seriously. And I've been using Flickr since it started, right? They created the Web 2.0 movement. They created social media. So many important things came from Flickr, but they've really gone downhill, and I wouldn't trust them at all anymore. What am I doing about it? Well, I've got a really interesting project that it'll just be fun to talk about because people are always wondering what Scott really does. So we're going to talk about that right after the bump. Guys, it's Sunday night, and I've been on a business call for the last hour and a quarter. It's been a very busy day. When I say in these videos that my days are really busy, it's really impossible to convey just how busy it is. My wife actually came in an hour and a half ago and asked me if we could go out and do karaoke. I'm like, I need at least 2 hours just to finish up the work I'm in the middle of to be able to go out. We're talking midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning is the earliest at all possible, which she decided against. But last night we went out at 11:45, and the night before I was out quite early, and it completely devastating me to go out multiple nights in a week. I love to be able to do it, but there's just no way with the amount of work that I do. It is impossible. But I am often working until well after midnight. I'm doing the video now. It will not be posted until about 4 a.m. There's just no way for me to speed that up. My computers are all completely overwhelmed trying to do all the work that I need, and so just editing the video on my side is one thing, but the computer is actually overwhelmed and can't handle it either. And hopefully I'll get to hang out with my kids shortly. I've got a ton of work that was just given to me on this call to get done yet tonight before I turn in. Typically I'll get to bed at, like last night, about 4 a.m. And then I'm up between 7 and 8 and have to start working right away. And so my day is about 20 hours long of actual work time most days. And it's rough that I'm hitting midnight and there's no break in sight. Like, there's always something that needs to be done. So that's what's going on. I literally just took off my headset so that I could make this video, and I have people that I need to respond to who've been waiting for me for hours and stuff. But anyway, so I have this project that I've been working on, and as many of you know, if you look at my social media on older videos, I took it off on more recent ones, is I have a Flickr account, or I have had for about 25 years. I'm not sure exactly when Flickr started, but I got in the first month. Really big on Flickr. It was a fantastic platform, but they got bought by SmugMug, and as the name implies, they're not very good. In fact, they've proven to be pretty awful and have made it unbearable to stay on the platform. I would border on saying I feel dirty and unethical being on the platform and won't. So I'm not going to stay on this weird, and let me tell you, the interactions on Flickr since SmugMug bought them, probably no connection, but have gone from a photography community to something quite gross, and so it's not really a place that you want to be associating. And but it's been so much work to get off of it because I have 58,000 photos on there, more than a third of a terabyte of data. And so moving away from Flickr was a non-trivial activity. Well, when I ran into problems with them around January, I downloaded all of my material and I've been holding on to it, and I'm now figuring out what to do. Well, over the last week, I sat down and said, what do I want to do? And I looked at a couple existing options. I've played with some of them previously, like the WeGo, and I said, well, these are okay, but one of the big gaps that has been existing is that the tools to take your backups from Flickr and move them into these things don't actually exist, or very poorly maintained, and are probably not going to work. And that's a major problem. That's the thing that people would want to do. I don't need to start fresh on these platforms. I'm sure they would work great for that, but most everyone's coming from something, and Flickr being an enormous one, right? They're the granddaddy of photo sharing sites and the creators of the modern web. So they're really important. Like all modern social media comes from Flickr. All the way that we interact with websites comes from Flickr. And most people have forgotten that, but they invented all this stuff that makes the modern web possible. Not everything, but an awful lot of it. And so I said, these existing things seem to come with huge caveats. They're very difficult to maintain. I'm dependent on other developers. None of them do exactly what I want to do. I don't find them particularly attractive. The technology stacks that they use don't impress me. I'm not saying that they're bad. And they weren't built in the modern era. They're old stacks, but I don't want to use something that's 10, 15 years old just because it's already around. And so I sat down and said, what do I really want to do? And really, Piwigo was definitely the closest, and had it had a Flickr uploader, I would have just done that. But with 58,000 images, I'm not going to put a big investment into making that work. I need something that is going to work. And so I ended up building my own platform, which gave me the opportunity to use exactly the tech that I wanted to use, right? I wanted to use Go as a language. I wanted to use Fiber v3 as my routing platform. I wanted to use SQLite as my database because I didn't want to be fiddly with something. Even, it sounds like 58,000 photos. Isn't that a big thing? No, it's not, right? For a database, that is nothing at all. So I wanted something that would be very fast, very, very performant, and easy. So with Go and with that, I had this option to make something that is absolutely blindingly fast. And I wanted to have a nice React front end. I wanted some options for deployment. I wanted it to work with stuff that I already use and everything. And I wanted to be able to keep my storage on the place that I want to keep it, right? Which Backblaze, Wasabi, or Cloudflare are two, really the three that I'd be interested in. I wanted that flexibility. And so, and I know a little bit of technical stuff there, but I have a lot of tech people in my community as well. So hopefully that's a little bit, adding a little bit of color. So I created Photarium. This is completely my own code, completely my own software. And for those who have been watching my Flickr or looking for it to come back, and one of the reasons that I did this now, my graphic designer, Valentina, who some of you know from the show, you know her work from the show, sometimes she's been on the show, she uses my photo collection heavily, and Marcella uses the photo collection heavily. Valentina uses it for website design, and Marcella uses it for Nicaragua work. But my photo collection is pretty important. At 58,000 photos, they come in handy sometimes. Because, you need a photo of a volcano in Nicaragua? I've got one. But getting stock photo of a lot of that stuff is pretty hard. So having that out there for people is a big deal. And because a lot of the material I have, of course, I also have a lot of pictures of just my cats, right? So if that's what you're looking for, but also thousands upon thousands of images of concerts in Nicaragua, right? That's stuff that's very hard to find other places. I have a massive collection of that, all that is mine and all that's licensed for public use. Like, I don't try to make money off of this. So having that go away with Flickr has caused a number of people to be like, we really need you to get this fixed. We really need you to figure this out. And so sitting down and making Photarium, one, I wanted to do this stuff for me. And two, once I'm putting in the work of, I have to build an entire mechanism for taking 58,000 photos and keeping all the data that's with it and moving it all to whatever new thing. Well, that's where all the work is, not in making the new platform. There's some, but definitely most of the work is in the migration tool. So once I'm doing that, why wouldn't I get the joy of having my own platform and the flexibility of having my own platform? I'm doing all the work, or most of the work anyway. So plus deploying like Piwigo, that's PHP, requires a number of things that I don't want to fiddle with, right? It just doesn't make sense for me. So I actually found it more pleasurable and easier. And now I have something that I can provide to other people if they like. And so I'm very excited about this. I think it's a cool thing, and it's a thing that I get to share with you guys. So, one, if you go to the website for my company's photo sharing platform, you can check it out at photarium.waxquixotic.com. We are Wax Quixotic, which is a Don Quixote reference. And you can kind of see our little page for the app, but if you actually want to see the app in action, you can click on it there, or you can go directly to photo.scottallenmiller.com, and that will actually just bring you to my photo page and all the stuff that was on Flickr. I haven't started uploading new photos yet. I'm still playing with the 58,000 that are already there. I'm a bit behind since I was not uploading to Flickr for a little bit, so shortly there'll be a big blast of new things, but this is a ton of stuff, and you can go in, and one of the things that I like about it that makes me really happy is just how fast it is. And my wife immediately is like, this is so much faster, right? Flickr got to a point where every time we used it, we were just waiting around for pages to load. Scrolling took forever, and that is fixed. This is so fast. It's wonderful, and it's got some cool features that I really like. Most importantly, it brought stuff over from Flickr. There's a lot of stuff I didn't want to lose. I didn't want to lose my albums. I didn't want to lose the historic data, the like which photos had gotten a lot of views in the past. I wanted to keep that, right? I got 25 years of view information in there and 135 million total views. Those aren't things I want to throw away, right? Even if it's just a rough memory of them. And so bringing that in and having all of that in there, all the camera data, the dates of things, all of that got brought over. So I have essentially the entire Flickr experience, but I didn't build in comments because, quite frankly, on Flickr, those were not just annoying, but outrageously problematic. So I removed them or didn't build them, right? Which makes the system simpler, but also way more friendly. I mean, not that a lot of nice people on Flickr had a lot of nice things to say about my photos, but a lot of people weren't there to comment on the photos, but were trying to engage with the people in the photos. If you know what I mean, not a good thing. So eliminating that has been a very, very good thing overall. So I'm very happy about that. Just across the board, very, very happy that we were able to do that. I was able to add in a more robust people system. Flickr's was weird and caused some real major problems. Again, people would use it in very inappropriate ways. Can't do that with this. Now my system, like, we just tag people and it's really those people. I've got popular information just like Flickr. Most everything is just like it was on Flickr, but a few things have been enhanced. A few things are different, and I'm very happy with it. So I'm excited about this. I want to share it with you guys. One, just my project. I want to share it with you guys that this is a thing that I built outside of my normal workflow, my workflow. So this is just a personal project that I felt was important to make available to people as a project, which if people need to actually get the product, just contact me and yay. But currently, I don't actually have it available for download yet, but if you want to go check it out, just go to my page, photo.scottallenmiller.com, and you can go through, explore my 58,000 photos and enjoy, right? We're talking decades of photos and all kinds of different materials, different cameras, different subjects, and so forth. A lot of it is travel, a lot of it is Nicaragua stuff, a lot of it is dogs and cats, but this was a great experience for me. I'm very happy that I did it. I'm already loving using the platform compared to Flickr, which is a big deal. After being a Flickr user for so long, so much, I was just so tired of how little updating they were doing. Things that on other websites worked great, they weren't up to speed on. They were the leader, but they rested on their laurels for a very long time, and SmugMug just let it deteriorate. So having something that has, at least for me, I know behind the scenes, it's got a bunch of new stuff going on, and I know that as I come up with headaches or ideas, I can just implement them, which already I've got a few things I want to change and enhance, because I think because of the way I use it, there's some ways that I can make it quite a bit better, and I think it's going to be really good. So it's a small project for me, but one that does interact with the community. So I do encourage you guys to go check it out, give me some feedback on it, give me ideas, ask questions, whatever, that's what I've been working on it actually took 3 days just to upload those photos to the platform. So I got it built to a minimum level, got the migration done, and now am trying to enhance it and just got the website built while in the middle of filming today's episode. So hopefully it's going to be in pretty good shape, and I hope that you guys enjoy. So just sharing a little bit of my projects. In this case, it overlaps. It gives people pictures of Nicaragua. And for those who are wondering, no, this in no way replaces Nicaraguan. That is our Nicaraguan platform for image sharing. And I think it's a really good thing to have if you're familiar with Instagram. And if you're not, I don't believe you. But Instagram in its old days was focused very much on people just being able to share their photographs. That's what made it so good. And then they added in some chat stuff, and that's fine. But more recently, they got the algorithm, and it's all showing you ads, and you don't really find the things that you're looking for. I'm not saying that the algorithm is that bad. It often does show me things that I would want to look for and didn't know to. So, hey, good. But when I go to Instagram, it is not a way for me to connect with my friends. It just doesn't end up that way. And that's what I was looking for. Nicaraguan is part of the PixelFed universe. We've had it for a number of years, and it's completely free. This might be what you're looking for. So the stuff I've been talking about is my personal projects and my personal photography, and very meaningful to me. So thank you for watching and showing your support and everything. But if you're interested in posting photos of your own and sharing with other people and having interaction around it, specifically in a Nicaraguan experience and a social media experience, then check out nicagram.com, Nicagram.com. Completely free. Go sign up. Yes, it normally takes a day or two before you get approved. That's how we keep the spam out, but it's completely free, and there you can post images, and you can get the PixelFed app for your phone and just scroll images on there. And honestly, I find it a lot of fun. I think it's a great way to just interact with our Nicaraguan community, especially the expats, to share photos and stuff. So for all of you who are interested, definitely go sign up there. It's something you can do right now and actually post your photos. And if for some reason you want to use my photo software and run your own personal Flickr site for yourself, just let me know. I'll hook you up with the software. Not a problem. I'm not trying to withhold it from anyone. I don't think anyone's going to be interested anytime soon. I do think it's the best thing I've seen for this. So maybe they will. Maybe we'll get the word out there. But this was really more about me just being able to share a bit of what I've been doing this week, and let you guys know that you can go there and look at just insane numbers of photos and stuff of Nicaragua, and discover more there. So thanks everybody. If you got questions, get down those comments and ask away. Remember to give a thumbs up on the video. It does make a difference. And if you'd like to sponsor me for this work that I do here, or sponsor me for helping with Nicaraguan, or sponsor me for making new software for making Photarium, then absolutely you can buy me some coffees at buymeacoffee.com/ScottAllenMiller. And of course, if you don't want to type that in, it's in the show notes. And if you go to Photarium.waxquixotic.com, or you go to photo.scottallenmiller.com, all of those have links to the same coffee place, and you can thank me through some coffees there, and it would be much appreciated. And remember to join us on Thursdays for our live streams. Join the expats forum at expats.nicarumba.com, and look for events at nicarumba.com. We have so many resources that we help promote here that help make your Nicaraguan experience that much better. And of course, they're all linked down in the show notes. And with that, I will see all of you tomorrow.